Hello guys, in this video I'm going to be uploading the true unnerfed Diabolic ClubStep to the servers. So I asked Microzz to give his version back, and I'm pretty sure this is the hardest one I've ever had. So let's see. So yeah, this is pretty silent, yeah. This ship. It's pretty silent. This is a lot harder than in the final version. This is very inconsistent. The reason why I decided this was the hardest version is because of these two subblades, which are 1.24 scale. These subblades were 1.22 scales in the Zregus version, so this one is harder. And it seems like the distance between these two subblades is smaller in this version. So this is most likely the hardest Diabolic ClubStep I've ever created. So yeah, this wave is silent. There's no such platform which prevents codependency in this part, so the timings here are easier than in the final version, but the final version is infinitely more consistent in this part. Like all of these timings are hard in the final version, like tighter but more consistent. So yeah, this is one space. This is a lot higher. This structure is placed differently in this version, but I moved it quite a bit, as well as this one, to make this part more consistent. This pan was very inconsistent, but I didn't have to nerf it much to make it consistent. As well, it looks a bit tighter than in the final version, but I don't think the nerfs here were very significant. Oh yeah, look at that. Look at those fixed hitboxes. Those made the timing very brutal. And this part was kinda inconsistent, so I nerfed it. As well as this ship. This part has different spike placements in the final version to make it more consistent. This part is significantly nerfed. Like, look at that. This looks silent. Okay, nothing interesting here. So we're slightly tired, but not very much. The ship. Let's look. I moved it away from the grids, like a little bit. Like every such thing is moved away from its grid, except for this one. So the ship, I shouldn't have nerfed it so much, but I just really wanted to get this level out, so I had to nerf the second half. Yeah, this cube was easier. It is easier in the final version, and this timing is different. I used to die there from 0, so I had to kind of change the click pattern for this timing and make this block non-solid, as well as this spike. Like in this version, this spike doesn't kill you, but when I made this block fake, this spike started to kill me sometimes, so I had to remove it. So these orbs are, oh, actually 2.45 scale, not 2.5. I thought these orbs were 2.5 scale. That's interesting. Okay, and this wave is significantly higher. This part has a different click pattern, and there is this invisible spike, which is not there in the final version. This invisible spike is still there in the final version, but it's slightly easier. So this block, as you can see, I press rotate and nothing happens, so it's solid. As well as this one. So this release was a lot higher in unnerfed. So in this part, the spikes are much bigger. This click has a different click pattern in the nerfed version. In the final version, though, it's more consistent. But you can also click the pink orb, which was unintentional, but I'm not gonna fix it. It's too late. Yeah, and this ship, it has some bigger sub-blades like this one. If it were still this big, I would have died 94 while verifying this. So I nerfed it for a good reason. So yeah, the rest is pretty much the same. This sub-blade was moved down a little bit in the final version because I added sorry for the nerfs for some reason. But this is not a nerf. Right, so this is the nerfed version. Apparently harder than Slaughterhouse. So, just a second. Where is this thing? Verify hack creator. Yeah, there it is. Okay, so I'm gonna log copy, and that's all. There it is. This is the true unnerfed Diabolic ClubStep. Even if it isn't, I'm gonna deem it this. Because I don't think I'll ever find a higher version of this level. Like, the only way for me to find a nerfed Diabolic ClubStep is to ask it from people that played it. And I don't think I have any more left to ask. So this is it. Enjoy.